interested in seeing that Enigma 6. Maybe we could actually bring that up so we can give a little bit of a shout out.
I'll multitask.
Yeah, I believe Silly is actually streaming that right now. So that is would be Enigma 6 United Game 4 with Enigma 6 up 2-1 in the series.
And, of course, as the bracket dwindles down, it'll be much easier for us to get into the action. Quick update here. I'm going to click on the Optic stream. We got Optic Gaming. They're in the second quarterfinals. They're going up against Cloud9, who's the heavy underdog, and it looks like they're going into Search and Destroy. So just game number 2 over there.
Yeah, that series just getting underway. And I mean, all of this to lead into Dallas. We talked a lot about it. You know, what all this means coming into Dallas. It'll be the pro point cutoff for Stage 1 Pro League. So this will be the last opportunity for teams to earn points from all 3 regions going into Stage 1. That'll lock off, and then we'll have our teams to the Global Pro League.
Well, I have great news, Matt, as well. Of course, we're going to Dallas March 17th through the 19th. That's in 2 weekends, so join us there in Dallas. I did just get an update. United going up against Enigma 6. It's looking like we should be able to jump back in for game number 5 here shortly. 226 to 134. It is all United when they switch over to their host.
Oh, wow. So, yeah, that'll definitely be something we look at going into Game 5. Who's going to be hosting that game, taking side pick. It'll be very interesting to see once we get into that one.
Can we talk a little bit about United, though, and what you expect from them in Dallas? Because this team played with just Silly on the lineup in Vegas, totally underperformed, don't meet their expectations. They get rid of 3 of the players, and they bring on the new guys who are formerly on Gosu crew. Then they finish first place in Atlanta.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of like night and day, and then they go to ESWC and they don't place well there, playing through the open bracket. I think United's going to be fine. They're a team that we talked to some of the other players on other rosters and whatnot, and not a lot of people just putting in like great time. A lot of 8s going on. A lot of people just maybe playing some of the tournaments here and there. Like United's one of the teams that scrims all the time. I gotta believe they're going to come out and have a good performance at Dallas. I don't think they're
the number 2 team in North America right now. Do they live up to that seed? Do they finish in your finals?
Oh, well, I was just going to say I wouldn't have picked them to play in another final or win another final. But, I mean, I think they're definitely in contention. I mean, I definitely think they're going into Dallas, one of the 4 teams you could see walking away with it.
Rise Nation, another squad I wanted to touch on. They win Vegas. They kind of bomb out of Atlanta. We saw them finish 9th place there, or 12th place even, and then they go to Paris, and they're able to jump back into the top 3. Well, this is event number 4. Do they go back down, or do they stay in a top 3 range?
No, Rise is always going to be in your top 4. Like, those guys have just proven over the last 2 years that they're just so consistent from game to game, tournament to tournament. Like, they're always going to play rock solid, get into your top 4 or 5, potentially, get even further. I just feel like this is a team that is not getting quality practice right now. Just because, Aqua, his internet's so bad. I saw Felony tweeted out before that, it was raining in his area, and he goes all the way down to, 1 bar. He's not really skipping all over the place. It's like, that's something you can change, obviously. You could move and get new internet. I mean, it's not really
in your setup.
Yeah, I mean, it's your job. It's not really there's a lot of things to be put on blame there, but I do feel bad for those guys not able to get as good of practice as they probably should, and that's hurting them. I do feel like once they'll be in the Global Pro League, they're going to qualify. Once they get to play on LAN, I feel like this is a team that's going to get even better.
That's where they're most dangerous.
Yeah.
All right, so Rise Nation, we're not too worried about it, despite them finishing before the round 8. They got knocked out, right? I was looking at FaZe. They're currently up 2-1, and it looks like United should have just won. The last time I checked, it was 249-217 with Enigma 6 coming back. But 249, you can't lose that game.
Yeah, no, 249, that's obviously as close to a win as you can possibly get. We do not see many teams get kind of stopped on the 1-yard line like that. But go back. I want to make sure they actually won. Who knows?
You want to? We'll check that out. All right. FaZe in control of their series so far. We'll see how everything plays out as the night goes on, though. I think the big surprise for me, Team Caliber back in the top 8.
Yeah, I mean, it's been a while. I was joking with American TV. They should just bring back Neslo and Sharp. Bring back the boys for the next game or whatnot if Neslo's going to go into retirement. But no, these guys are playing great right now. I love I think last year we probably overhyped Cold Chan a little bit in the first half of the year. He was very good, but he was just playing lights out. He's still a very good player, but I feel like now kind of the expectations for him are kind of tempered a little bit.
So compare Cole Chan for me. What other players are at Cole Chan level?
Oh, like at his level right now? I mean, or at his level, like, skill-wise, like, there's a lot of ways you can take that. Like his play style, like, I mean, he plays like somebody like an Apathy, somebody who's like really aggressive, like kind of flying all over the map and whatnot. But like it just not as much consistency as Apathy, just and also, I mean, you're only as good as the parts around you, right? I mean,
right.
There's only so much one player can do. So I feel like also you haven't seen his true potential, just because he's not been like on the top echelon of teams.
I'm going to click on Apathy's stream real quick and check out what is happening in their quarterfinal matchup.
By the way, I think it's very important you guys know Chris is a tab hoarder. He just opens up tab after tab after tab.
It's the most efficient way.
That's a shocking thing for me for the 2K. For him, it's TK. For me, it's Chris's.
You need a powerful PC that can keep all of those windows working. Why go backwards and forwards and close windows when you could just have them all open?
You can't even find anything anymore.
Oh, I totally can. I got my Google Doc. That's all the notes.
It bothers me.
I got our stream. I got the other Twitch streams up and running. Envy, by the way, currently in round 5. It's tied up 2-2, and they're search and destroy against Team Caliber. Looking for the update. I believe it was Envy who took our first game.
So I believe just getting word from production that we're just not able to get into the E United Enigma 6 Game 5.
It's E United Toast Game 5.
Yeah.
I bet you that's the problem.
Sorry about that. No,
we haven't been able to join
Enigma
them.
6. We haven't done.
Yeah, it is.
Them,
yeah.
So I believe Silly's streaming that. So if you want to show some love, go over watch Silly stream that Game 5. We will end up having to find another game to stream.
It was 250 to 225, the official Game 4 score.
Cool.
So they went from a blowout to another tight finish. Once again, United Enigma 6, possibly the best match that you're going to have here in the round of 8. These games pretty close, except for the Search and Destroy, which was a 6-0 blowout. You have to think United is the favorite to win that Game 5 there.
Yeah, you would think with the way that first S&D went, you would definitely favor E United, and then it would still be a good weekend for Enigma 6. Obviously all the teams below them lose earlier, they advance further. Just by math, you're going to get more points. You're going to create some more separation.
All right, last thing before we go to quick commercial break, want to give a shout out once again to all of our pro players who are streaming the matches that are going on currently. If you want to check it out, it is on Twitch, and you can keep your eyes on guys like Apathy is going to be playing for Envious. We have Attach, who is going to be streaming for FaZe Clan. Optic Gaming has multiple members streaming their match against Cloud9. When we come back, we'll give you an update with where we're at in the bracket, and hopefully be bringing you some gameplay as soon as we can.
Are you ready?
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. This is turning into a very fun and exciting Sunday night. Pucky here with Mr. X, and we just found out Game 5 went in favor of Enigma 6.
Yep. So Enigma 6 moves on. E United is out. I believe that was to get into your
Top 4.
Top 4. Okay. So
big win.
Yes. And then I believe Cloud9 just won the Search and Destroy against Optic. That is tied up at 1-1 right now.
Yeah, and that went all the way to a round 11 on Scorch. So shout out to Ricky, who topped the leaderboard for the squad there. Cloud9 even match going into an uplink against Optic Gaming.
Yeah, I was trying to text some of the players, see if we can get into another game. That is the bad news we want to bring you guys, is everyone right now is currently in a game, whether it's a game 3, game 2 in their series. So trying to figure out which one will end or get out of game fastest, and we can jump right into.
Yeah, I believe Envy was 5-3 at the half. They're currently going up against Team Caliber. It was 1-1, I believe, going into that game 3. So Team Caliber, another squad that's playing really well, joining Enigma 6 for potentially a surprise visit to the top 4.
And TK needs the points. I mean, not really. I mean, quite frankly, they're not in contention to get into pool play at Dallas, but you get a lot of points here, you earn some more the following weeks getting into Dallas, you have a good showing there, and you have a legitimate shot if one of these teams falls out to make it in potentially into Stage 1.
Yeah, and keep in mind, all of these pro points, they're not just for Stage 1.
Yes.
It happens again at Stage 2. Going into Anaheim, we're going to invite the top 4 pro points seeded teams to face off against the bottom 4 teams from the end of Stage 1, and those are the squads that are going to be decided for Stage 2. So even if you're below that number 9 spot, you are still competing all year long.
And you have to place well, because that, I believe, is by region as well. So the teams get invited to relegation, determining by the regions. I know slots awarded to each region as well. So you have to be in that top echelon in North America to make it to that far.
It's going to be tough. Optic Gaming versus Cloud9. Are you surprised to see it tied up?
Yes. Cloud9 winning a search does not surprise me. Optic winning the hardpoint does not surprise me. So, I mean, to say, look, I thought Optic would probably just come in and steamroll them, but to find out Cloud9 took a search and destroy off of them, no, not really too surprising. And it was around 11 as well, so a very close game.
No big surprises there. I'm going to be bringing up our bracket here in just a moment. Let's take a look at the way everything has shook out today. The Rothschilds, a.k.a. Optic Gaming, coming in with your number 1 seed today. They really haven't been tested up until this point. They had to go up against STDX, who took them to a Game 5. But in theory, that's a match where your number 1 seed should crush number 16. So Optic Gaming currently going up against Cloud9, who was able to 3-0 sweep Panda as we keep scrolling down. You can see that match is now over, so it's Cloud9 and Optic Gaming in a Game 3. Our second quadrant, though, as we keep scrolling, this is where the big upsets went down. Envious having to play against ERA after that win up against ALG, and ALG honestly did not impress once again in this tournament. The 12th seed not able to add to the pro points total, knocked out by Envy. But the surprises came at the bottom here of the bracket. Number 13 seed, Team Caliber, coming in and beating the boys from Rise Nation.
Yeah, it's a big win there for TK. We talk about Rise Nation's struggles online, but still, to move past them gives TK that opportunity against Envy here to earn some more points advancing further into the tournament.
Going down to our third quadrant, it's led by the FaZe clan. FaZe, your number 3 seed in our 221-team tournament. They were met on the other side of the bracket by Echo Fox, who took out Who Knows? Who was Who Knows? I believe that was Parasite Squad? No, TCM's new team. Let me open this up, Matt.
Yeah.
Let's take a look at Who Knows. Who Knows is BL Fire, Sender, Diabolic, and TCM.
So that is half of the old Renegades roster with Sender and Diabolic. It's BL Fire coming over from Rogue, and that is TCM from Echo Fox. So this is a brand new team we're seeing compete this year.
After seeing them knocked out in the round of 32, you think they play together again?
I mean, look, with the way Rogue is playing today, they've actually had a pretty good day, went on a run. Don't think BL Fire will be going back there. So I think they may be kind of stuck committing to this team.
Well, speaking of that Rogue squad, that is who FaZe is playing against as we go back to the bracket. FaZe is going up against Rogue, who so far has taken down Evil Geniuses. That was their first big win. That was a Game 5. Then another Game 5 against Luminosity, our number 6 team overall. So pretty impressive stuff here from Rogue in this tournament. A squad that features people like Nelson on this squad. GodRx is on this team. Pander, who just played with Luminosity in Paris.
Well, I mean, they go up against Luminosity. Imagine they kind of worked on some strats to use the DSWC, especially for search and destroy, and get a good read on them. They are able to take them out in a Game 5.
So a top 8 finish already for Rogue. They're in Game 3 against Envious. And last I saw, there was a minute 18 in the Envy match to go, and it was actually Rogue who was up. And
wow.
I'm all kind of confused, Matt.
Yeah, why?
Because Envy's playing TK. FaZe is currently going up against
no,
Rogue.
yeah.
I got lost in my bracket. We're good. Let's go down to the bottom quadrant, though, and this is Cade. That is actually Enigma 6.
Yes.
So Enigma 6 is the team that shut down the dreams of TGC.
And that's big because TGC is directly, not directly behind them, but they were a team that's on the bubble in terms of pro points. I believe they're sitting in 10th right now. So to see them go out, they were able to beat Enigma 6. They earned some more points, potentially get up to that 9th spot.
And at the very bottom, you saw it was E United, who pretty much cruised through the bracket up until they ran into this squad. And Enigma 6 sends E United home into a top 8 finish, as Enigma 6 guaranteed top 4 here, looking for a spot in a championship match.
Yeah, I believe it would be the second weekend in a row. They placed against Optic Gaming last week in our 2K final. This week now making it into the top 4. So Enigma 6 putting together some good online performances going in towards Dallas.
Now, I see a lot of chat in some of these different windows, and people are saying that Enigma 6 had the rules wrong, that they may be playing that Game 5. We'll get official confirmation from our admins to let you know if that's true or not. I see a lot of people in the chat arguing back and forth, but I never trust the chat, Matt.
Nope, I've been in a lot of Twitch chats. I never trust the chat. It's a group of people. They have a mind of their own. Usually, maybe you can make the argument they don't have minds, but they get a little bit crazy.
A lot of them have minds.
Yeah.
Do they use them all the time?
No.
Not always. I'm just re-uploading for Steeny's stream to see if we can get an update.
Yeah, no,
here.
I was just looking at my phone seeing if we had any updates from some of the players or whatnot.
And if you guys are wondering why we don't have gameplay for you, the problem is we were in a match, so we told all of the other matches, don't worry, we have a match selected, we're good to go. Then we found we had a problem connecting to one of the teams. There was just a connection issue from New York to that other team. If it is United, it's good news for us because that was the squad we couldn't watch.
Enigma 6,
if United loses, then we're pretty good because we can watch Enigma 6 versus FaZe or Rogue throughout the entirety of our next match. So that's basically where we're at. Also, we'll try and jump into the action, whether it's Envy or Optic Gaming that we see here on the stream a little bit later. For now, though, let's go to a quick commercial break. When we return, we'll give you an update with where we're at now in the bracket and what's to come here on the stream. and gentlemen, welcome back. Big shout out to our friends at FaZe who sent us an invite and got us in. This is going to be game number 4, I believe. This is FaZe going up against Rogue.
Yes, and you're going to see it's going to be Rogue in red, FaZe in blue. What happened here, Chris, is that these guys did not select teams in the lobby. They actually decided to do it once they loaded into the game.
Yeah.
So on blind faith, I went with one with blue, one with red, hoping it would work out. It didn't.
Sometimes it doesn't work out that way. Also, that is going to be Rogue on our left side. Thank you.
Boom. There it is. Brian's so fast.
Brian is super fast, and I feel bad. We did not expect Rogue to get in the top 8. Our graphics guy that pre-prepared all of our assets for today didn't send over a Rogue logo, Matt. Maybe that's something we should plan on moving forward.
Listen, I've casted a handful of Rogue teams, just not in Call of Duty. The one COD has not made it far enough to have the logo available. But now, maybe they will. I mean, they're looking pretty good today.
Only 2 of their players picking up kills so far in this game. Finally, you're going to see Nelson on the board. But GodRx is opening things up 6-2. Is going to be cut down. Let's go over to Nelson for the moment. They're going for the scrap time here. 20 points remain down low, and they have a 6-point advantage and growing. FaZe starting off pretty slow here in the hard point despite Zuma 8-3.
Yeah, now just to clarify as well, this is game 4.
This is game 4,
series. Yes, this is not game 1. We'll have to find out who is up in this series. I do not know. I've not gotten an update on that.
Shout out to everyone from the community that's been hitting us up on Twitter, spreading some love in the chats as well, keeping us updated with what's going on. It is 2-1 FaZe here. I got the official answer from our admin. So now we can say it, Matt. FaZe is on match point, looking for another top 4 finish.
Now you'll see Zuma, he's going to get this cutoff over here on the bridge, pick up 2 players. He's got 2 more coming behind him, does not know that, but he's going to end up trying to push this out. He's going to get taken out from behind, but his teammates here around that Cathedral hardpoint able to lock this down, getting a ton of time here for FaZe.
7 streak in play right now for Glacier. Let's go over to the man. He's looking for 8. I killed him, but we're staying on board with him through the respawn. He was 0-4 before that streak began. And Clay is going to have 2 score streaks to work with. Pretty decent spawn as well. Unfortunately, going to be shut down in his first fight.
Yeah, Johnny's over there locking down Broken, and that's going to be a rotation coming in from Rogue. They're going to set up, try and lock down this Broken Hill for an extended period of time, make all the time back they lost over on Cathedral.
First pick from Zuma. Johnny down, right side of the map is open. That's where FaZe should flood from. And you're going to see the push. It's going to be Glacier working with Attach behind Zuma. Enable, of course, cleaned up on the bridge. And already Zuma causing problems. Picks up the first, finds the 3rd kill. Glacier is there to support. They trade out. And FaZe is now scoring. That's how you break a setup, man.
Yeah, it's a great play by Zuma. He just picks up a kill, stays alive long enough in the back that it forces the players inside and around the hardpoint to make the decision where they watch the back of the front. Stays alive long enough for his teammates to get towards the front of Broken. They break straight through.
Enable finds 2, looking for the 3rd. Last man up was behind enemy lines, and he is going to be found by Zuma. So staying on board with Enable, we get to watch how FaZe patrols once they have full lockdown. Johnny C coming off the respawn here for Rogue, but already the score double positive in favor of FaZe.
Yeah, and Panda getting off to a rough start. 1-10 right now. Not playing too well, to say the least, here against FaZe. I know we saw him fill in for LG at ESWC, I know about 2 weeks ago. Get some good experience there, some good games coming into this one. Rogue has had a fantastic run throughout the tournament, but Panda just not having a good game for him.
We're going to watch Panda a little bit. Showed his 2nd kill, doubling up. Johnny C trying to break into the hard point, gets 1. Another player on the other side of this doorway knows he's there. Now comes the challenge, and he's going to be shut down. It's Enable, staying too strong on the deck.
Yeah, and it's going to be very difficult for Rogue to try and break in here. You see Zuma all the way in the back to the hard point. He's got an NV4 just locking it down there. He's taking out players from range. Now, you're going to see Johnny pushing up straight through here. Going to get 1, but he's going to get taken down right away. I mean, just so many kills just being exchanged in that hallway. Going to go all the way over towards the bridge now to see who locks this down.
Zuma on a hard flank is going to go all the way around. Everyone else on his team is set up at the back of the other side of the bridge. Zuma's still looking for players. Finally spots 1. Gets the call out. There's another on his side. Shots in his back, though. So the flank didn't really pay off. And it's Rogue who continues to score. Going to bring this one back within 60 points again.
It looks like Clay going to use some streaks.
Picks up 2 before finally being taken down. Zuma last man standing here, and that's where you're going to start to see the spawns coming in. Could have been worse, but this should be Rogue picking up the last 15 seconds unless Enable's able to get a pick here.
Rogue is still hanging in this game. I mean, down, I know, 50 points. And now even closing that lead, going down in towards that broken bottom street area, and you got to wonder if they're able to hold this, they're going to get right back into it. And you see some kills going in favor of Rogue here at the beginning, but it's going to be FaZe getting control bottom street, now locking this down. And if you're Rogue, I challenge this maybe 2-3 times, and then I set up for Cathedral, or at least attempt to.
Down goes Enable. Pander's going to be pushing from the deck. FaZe member to his right, spots him here. Able to get the kill, now looking for more. That's 2 down for the blue team. FaZe is going to have 2 players left, but neither will be scoring. They finally stop the scoreboard at 192 to 120 and counting now for Rogue.
Matt GameBattles trying to get in through garage, get inside of the hard point, help his teammates out. He's going to get one, nade there, bounces off right back at him. His teammates do have over here by Graveyard, they are over here by Cathedral. Should be able to lock this down at the beginning, but the streaks are going to come down from FaZe as they try and break.
If you're just joining us, Rogue is going to be your red team here in this hard point. They trail 2-1. Need to win this game 4 if they want to force a tiebreaker in Search and Destroy game 5. Otherwise, it is FaZe moving on to our final 4, where they would play Enigma 6 for a spot in this week's 2K Finals.
And you just see the streaks too much there from FaZe Clan. They can actually win it here if they're able to lock this down. So you are going to have to see a challenge and a contestation coming in from Rogue. It's going to be Pander trying to get around the corner. He's going to get taken out. Yet Enable there. Going to get traded out by GameBattles. But right now, just so much pressure through the front of the hard point coming in from FaZe Clan. There's going to be a contest that may be good enough to extend the game over towards Broken. We'll have to see.
Do we see this finish in Broken 100%, Matt?
Oh, without a doubt. Yeah, because FaZe is I mean, it may even end up finishing here. We're going to be very close. Right now, with this contest, you'll actually see FaZe. They'll need, I know, well, it's going to go over to Rogue, but now they're going to give up the rotation. So I guess you kind of had to play for that time if you're Rogue, but right now you're not in a good spot. I mean, this is definitely going to end here on Broken.
And there's the start. 2 down. Zuma gets first. It's Attach and Zuma picking up 3 of the 4 kills. And they will break through. Zuma breaking the Broken setup the first time around, kind of single-handedly picked up 2 kills this time, working with Attach well. Rogue never really stood a chance when it came to retaliation.
Yeah, tough one there for Rogue. They had a very good run in today's 2K, but just not strong enough to get by FaZe here in game number 4. FaZe takes it by more than 100.
Shout out once again to Rogue, a top 8 finish this week after switching up the roster, but FaZe too strong. Revisiting what Rogue was able to accomplish. They beat Evil Geniuses in the round of 64, I believe, or round of 32, rather. Then they beat LG in the round of 16. So 2 major upsets over teams that are above them. EG, of course, one of the bubble squads. Luminosity, a team that we expect to see in Stage 1. Yeah, and just taking a look at the scoreboard here before we move on. You had Azuma go 28 and 15. Fantastic game from him on the other side. I do not have Nelson's stats, but you do see GameBattles goes 20 and 21. Pander, really rough one there. 2 teams into our final 4. We'll update you with what's going on. We got Optic Gaming in their match, as well as Envy versus TK. Cloud9. Can they pull off the impossible and beat Optic Gaming, potentially even win a 2K after being in a dumpster for a while, Matt? Be huge for them if they were able to get to at least get to a final. I mean, that would be massive for Cloud9. That's the story I'm watching. We'll keep you updated when we return. Welcome back. It's time for the semifinals of this week's 2K tournament. We're jumping into the action. We got FaZe Clan going up against Enigma 6, who just took down United in Game 5.
And Enigma 6 looking to make it to back-to-back finals. They played last week against Optic Gaming in it, so this will be a big win. Earn a lot of points there. Like, get by FaZe here. I believe we're going to have a reset. We're going to jump right back into it once they get started again.
Optic Gaming, they're going up against Cloud9. Meanwhile, I saw it was Game 5 for Apathy and Envy as they were taking on Team Caliber. A bit surprising to see TK take Envy the ropes.
Yeah, what's the score of that one? I'm interested.
It was 1-0 last time, but that was about 45 seconds ago that I checked. So we'll keep you updated.
Yeah, and then Cloud9 versus Optic, I imagine that is either Game 3 or Game 4 right now. So both those series, well underway. They'll be in the semifinals as well. I know either, it'll be Optic Gaming, the winner of Optic Gaming Cloud9, and then the winner of Envy versus TK.
All I see is GG. Let's go, the king, and Scumpy's chat.
Cloud9 had to have win.
So I assume
Cloud9 definitely won.
Is going, no, Optic Gaming should have edged out Cloud9 there. Was 250 to 171 in the last scoreboard I saw. So Game 5, actually.
No, Game 4.
Game 4.
Game 4.
That was Game 4.
That'd be very high.
But it says that Cloud9 won that Game 4.
They did.
So Game 5, incoming maybe.
Okay.
We'll sort you out later.
Yeah, that doesn't make any sense with all the GGs and whatnot.
Yeah, the chat, we talked about it earlier. We don't always pay attention to the people in the chat.
Okay.
Because sometimes they just type things without really thinking.
All right, you got me all excited. I made a joke Cloud9 was winning. Maybe they did.
They might have. It's possible.
We're going to find out.
It could have been done.
Yeah. This game is way more confusing.
Yes, they're going to a Game 5.
Okay.
That's what's happening there. We'll see that sorted out a little bit later. Envy versus Team Caliber. Also a match to keep our eyes on. And then we will be watching, of course, on stream, FaZe versus United. As it is
Enigma
our first... Enigma 6, thank you. Our first semifinal.
Yeah, once that one gets underway, I can see the PlayStation from here. They've kind of backed out to the main menu, so we'll have to get a word on what's going on there. But that is where your night stands. You have one semifinal. It's going to be Enigma 6 versus FaZe Clan, and then the other semifinal to be decided. You have a Game 5 going on right now between Envious and TK, and then another Game 5 about to go on between Cloud9 and Optic Gaming.
TK's up 2-1 versus Envy.
Yeah, now some of these other players...
2-1 in Game 5.
No, if you want to open up another tab while me and Chris are just talking, waiting for FaZe Enigma 6 to start, I believe Apathy is streaming the TK Envy match.
Scump and Formal are streaming for Optic Gaming.
Streaming for Optic, yep.
And I was looking to see if anyone from TK was streaming because I wanted to see their viewpoints. I think they're keeping it locked in right now, not showing anyone their strategies. Matt's making sure we're all set up and in the game. I see players switching colors. Matt, this is a great sign. Can you see from here?
I believe
I got
the teams have switched.
Uh-oh. What's going to happen?
I think they switched. I may have messed
Matt believes they switched. We'll see if your
have
HUD's
messed it
wrong.
up.
You know who to blame. It's the guy who can grow facial hair.
But if it's right, you know who to thank.
Who went clutch right before the game kicked
Yeah,
off.
let's go full screen so we can see this. We're getting in the game. It's going to be a semifinal matchup between Enigma 6 and FaZe Clan. Maybe we don't want to go full screen with the game.
We will eventually. I think right now they're making the HUD. They're getting us sorted out. Matt, you were
wrong.
Almost right. Almost right. So ignore your current scoreboard.
Hey,
we're gonna switch that. FaZe is your red team. Enigma 6 will be playing on the left as the blue team.
Okay, so you know what messed me up, actually?
What messed you up, man?
When somebody joined the lobby, they didn't go all the way to the bottom. They went in the middle there. And that's where I thought the FaZe players were. And
Got it.
Yeah.
I understand.
But it's okay.
I'm not mad because we got an insane graphics crew who are going to update this in about 15 seconds for you. For now, though, let's watch it on board with the actual blue team, Enigma 6. It's Ruiz inside the hard point. And he is going to be the fourth one on his team to die. Jordan, definitely the player to watch, though, when we were keeping our eyes on Enigma 6 earlier in this tournament. He dropped 40 kills in the first hard point on stream, 31 kills in their uplink against United.
Yeah, now we'll get that graphic switched over. There it is. It's going to be FaZe up early here at the beginning of this hardpoint game. They're controlling this bridge. It's going to be M. Ruiz, though, picking up 2. And now Enigma 6 is going to fly in.
Lots of action here on the bridge. Pretty close score, though. 15 points remain. And it's going to be E6 picking up your scrap time. Let's take a look at the mini-map. You see just one arrow. It's going to be challenging here on the bridge. Everyone else headed to the south side of the map. And I want to see, what does General do? Is he going to push around this back edge of the bridge, or is he going to try and support his teammates in the center?
You know, he'd probably go in towards that hotel, go to the plateau area, be able to just knock down some shots with the MB4 from range, but he's going to get cut down before he can make it there. Clayster cuts him off in that middle hallway. It's going to be FaZe Clan in control of that bottom street.
What is the plateau area? Just so I know my geography around retaliation.
Yeah, so when you're in that hotel hallway, you can go out in that upper deck area. So
okay.
Right here, you can
I
see
like
it on
the
right.
plateau call. That's my new call out for it. Moving over to Zuma, though. This has always been my favorite guy to watch in respawns. I mean, Attach is up there as well, but Zuma seems to be constantly on the flank, Matt.
Yeah, now you see he's going to push all the way through, trying to get this one kill here over by bridge. That would be huge. So there's 2 players over here for Enigma 6. Zuma's going to get cut down from behind, so E6 does have control of that next hardpoint.
And that could be a big change of pace here if Enigma 6 is able to win this next round of gunfights. You can catch up so much time inside the Cathedral. Clayster was dropped, Enable looking for an entry kill, but it's E6 already inside, already scoring. They're over 40 points. And should be able to tie it up, if not take the lead here with this hill.
Yeah, but you do see the push coming in from FaZe Clan, though. It's going to be Enabled getting 1. The hill's going to be contested. It's a big kill there from Proto. Had Cade with him as well. 3 kills in favor of E6. 30 seconds left on the hard point. They get a hold, and actually quite funny. So earlier, when we were trying to get into some games, Chris is like, text sakes, see if he can get us into that game. He does not respond for a solid, let's see, this is about
1 hour,
45 minutes. And he finally responds, and he goes, sorry, I could not respond. I am currently world starring. And I was like, am I allowed to tell the stream that? He's like, yes, please.
Yes,
so,
please.
So that is why we did not get in, because he was playing so good, he could not look at his phone to receive his messages.
When you are world starring,
obviously,
you simply cannot be notified about notification.
Can't text in World Star.
Oh, man. Ruiz, big kill once again, stops Clayster in rotation. That's broken time. We talked about him coming back on the scoreboard. Last time we checked in, they were at 40 points. Now, Enigma 6, 86 and counting to just 72 from FaZe Clan.
See, Enigma 6 does an excellent job is when they get to these hills on the rotation, they always get that furthest cut. So you see Proto, instead of looking over at the bridge, goes all the way across the map, picks up these players trying to come through the hotel.
Matt, I just found out if you stand up and move beyond the lights, it's a lot easier to see our monitor and we can actually read the names properly.
Oh, okay.
Live and learning here in the new 2K setup in our studio.
You do see Enigma 6 holding on to Broken here. It's going to get cut down, though. FaZe actually breaks in during that moment in time. It's actually, colors kind of throwing me off a little bit, but you do see hotel hallway players just pushing over towards there now. FaZe finds themselves down here early, and it's quite interesting. You look at a lot of the kills here, just nobody putting up anything really too crazy in terms of numbers on either side. I mean, you know, Proto having a very good game at double positive, but only 12 and 6 on the side of FaZe. Attach right now, 5 and 9. You have 7 kills each for Clay and Enabled.
I'd say definitely the key player is Proto. Not only is he double positive, but he went on a 7 streak, and he did it between the 2 most important hardpoints. He did it at Broken and Cathedral. So big plays from Proto in the first half will make it Enigma 6's lead, but FaZe just about to retake that title. They're fighting for the hardpoint in the center hallway. So much gunfire, and you're finally going to see the last member of E6 dropped. FaZe will be able to pick up the final 15 seconds here after they stop these next 2 player pushes.
And Clay just trying to stay alive in that corner. He actually falls, but Enable going to try and hold on to the hill here. He's going to poke out. Finally gets challenged. It'll be E6 taking the last few seconds as we go over towards bridge.
Cade trying to flank, spotting 1 player on the run, unable to finish with the 180. M. Ruiz on the, I guess he was just running backwards to his teammate spawn, is able to catch a player who was on the flank, most likely Zuma. Yep, looking at the kill feed, it was Zuma. And that means they know where FaZe is going to be pushing from. Shots in the corner, Ruiz's drop. General set up on the opposite side of the map, trying to get to the bridge, but FaZe just had total retake there, Matt.
Yeah, and he tries to cut through the hotel. He gets shut down by Enable, but it's going to be M. Ruiz and Caden trying to work their way back towards bridge. They pick up a kill apiece, but man, they get stopped in their tracks by Attach and Zuma doing a fantastic job locking down bridge here for FaZe Clan.
Enable sitting in this hallway. is just checking all the entry points. Knows that E6 is going to look for new angles onto that bridge. Calls out his killer, and it's attached, pre-aim in the doorways. Looks at the first, didn't see the player, now knows he must be on this side of the map. FaZe up by 10, but it's Enigma 6 into the new hardpoint down low. And Attach is looking for spawners, catches one, but unable to find the kill. It's enabled down low for FaZe, though, who is already scoring.
You did see on the rotation, Clay in the kill feed, he actually picked up a large two-piece, which was able to give FaZe the beginning of this hill, but Enigma 6 breaks it. Clay doing a fantastic job just staying alive here in Garage, putting a lot of pressure on E6. They can't play inside of the hardpoint. Just Clay staying alive for so long has done such wonders for FaZe Clan.
That rotation from the respawners so fast as well. Props to Zuma and Enable, who got right back into the action. Here's Zuma flying down, looking for Clay's killer. On a 3 streak, about 75% of his way towards the reactive armor as well. The payloads could be crucial here in the final hills of this game. You see the teammates on the far end picking up the kills, and this could be the game changer here. Player 8 just gonna fall. Let's go over to Enable, though. Enable's gonna try and pinch in on all 3 players that just picked up kills and lock down the Cathedral. How is FaZe gonna break the setup from Enigma 6? Last time, they simply couldn't get it done, Matt.
Well, I mean, that's a big kill for Enable to open things up. And Marky, you see the spawn coming in for Enigma 6 all the way at the opposite end of the bridge. So they need to win this rotation of kills. See, it's gonna be 2 in favor of FaZe. You hear streaks coming down. Gonna get nothing, but Enable just doing a good job contesting here. It's gonna be Proto and Ruiz inside of the hard point, though. It's gonna be Zuma coming around the corner, not able to pick up a second. The kills, though, trading out in favor of Enigma 6 here, Chris, and they're gonna take the lead.
Look how far away FaZe is spawning as well, and Enable just says, we are giving up. We are not getting across that bridge. Enigma 6 with the lead once again, 189 and counting to 177. They still have 10 points remaining, and there's going to be a big fight for bridge control. Let's go over to Proto at the top of our mini-map. Using these score streaks to make his break-in. Didn't check that left corner. And he is going to see a blast shield from FaZe. No kill scored yet. Now that player inside is spotted. Matt, he does have camo he could pop.
Yeah, I would not use it right here. With how close this game is and where your teammates are spawning right now, just it would not be a good use. You probably would get shut down with it right away, get taken out. But Proto doing a nice job. Gonna lay prone here on the stairs, just trying to stay alive, trying to get one player here. He's gonna be able to take out, that was Glacier coming around the backside, but it's gonna be Caden Ruiz in the front yet again, just like they did on Cathedral. They run through players on FaZe Clan and they have the lead.
Player to try and break in now is Glacier from FaZe Clan. Clay gets rid of a Scarab, now a 4-man push. FTL chumps his way forward, but won't be able to pick up the kill. Enable won't be able to finish, and Attach did bust his camo out. Is it going to be enough? No, it looks like Enigma 6 keeps scoring. They are 8 points away from victory. Matt, this is back-to-back times where they just pick up both money hills.
Yeah, it's done a fantastic job rotating early and then also winning those key trades, and it's really been Ruiz and Cade. Time and time again over in Cathedral, they were able to win those engagements, and then over on Broken there, we saw them win 2 big gunfights that were able to just give Enigma 6 a ton of time.
At the end, the General will fall, but it's 250 to 192. Enigma 6 comes out swinging after getting to the finals last week. They are now 1 step closer to doing it back-to-back weeks. Up 1-0 before we get to the search and destroy.
Yeah, now just to give you guys where we're at in the tournament, this is a semi-final matchup. Enigma 6, they take map number 1. In our other side of the bracket, I believe they're in the quarters. You have Optic Cloud9, Game 5 probably going on right now. TK versus Envy, that was currently in a Game 5 when we did that game, so you imagine that one is over now.
I was looking for the updates. We'll give you those on the other side of this commercial break. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back with more Call of Duty. Welcome back. It's our 2K coverage. Chris Puckett freezing here in our New York City studio. It is winter still here at the beginning of March. I'm looking at Mr. X, who's trying to get into a lobby. We got Envy going up against Cloud9. That's right, Cloud9 just beat Optic Gaming in a Game 5. Ricky has been going off in all of the search and destroys that I've been able to catch. And now we're going to see Cloud9 and Envy fight for a spot in the grand finals. E-United, your number 2 seed, has been eliminated. Optic Gaming, your number 1 seed, has been eliminated. And Rise Nation, your number 4 seed, is out. The only team in that top 4 that is moving on into our final 4 is the FaZe Clan. Let's take a look at how the bracket has shaped up so far. Optic Gaming went to Game 5 against STDX a little bit earlier on, and as we scroll down, you can see it was their match against Cloud9 that hasn't finalized yet. It hasn't been reported, but Cloud9 won it in a Game 5. Keep scrolling. After beating Panda, Cloud9 now playing against Envy, who was, of course, able to get past ALG, and then recently against Team Caliber, who also took them to a Game 5. So shout out to TK. They finished in our top 8 this week, not able to get much further. FaZe Clan beating Echo Fox. A newly built Echo Fox was then able to take down Rogue in a pretty close series. Rogue, a big upset on the day. First, they were able to pick off, scroll up for me, Brian. EG, that's who it was. Rogue was able to beat Evil Geniuses, and then you can keep scrolling down. Then they beat Luminosity before they finished top 8. FaZe Clan, of course, knocking them out. And then in our bottom, it was E-United going up against Enigma 6. Enigma 6, after dispatching TGC, was able to get it done in another Game 5. So it's now FaZe Clan versus Enigma 6 in Game 2. Enigma 6 is up 1-0 after winning the first respawn, and we will be getting Cloud9 versus Envy started on the other side of this commercial break. Thank you guys for your patience. We have just 3 matches remaining, both semifinals as well as the grand finals. We're having trouble jumping in with Enigma 6, but hopefully we have no problems with C9 and Envy after this.
Oh yeah, getting hot in the sunshine. Oh, join me in the sunshine.
Welcome back. We're still waiting on the kickoff of Envy going up against Cloud9. That is our second semifinal, but our first semifinal, we're going into game number 3 right now. It's FaZe going up against Enigma 6, and Enigma 6 won the first hard point on retaliation, but FaZe able to answer back with the search and destroy win.
Yeah, I do not know the score of the S&D, but I imagine it was pretty quick. They were in and out of that game relatively fast, so going into this swing at game 3 tied at 1 apiece. You have the drone in the hands of FaZe here early, but it's going to fall. Clay just trying to stay alive here, pick up some kills, let his team come off the spawn.
And Clay off to a nice start, picked up 3 kills, locked down this full south side of the map. Just didn't have a whole lot of support surviving through the middle, but here comes the second chance here. While Clay's on the far right, the pinch is coming from the back. Enable is looking for the players inside the base, finds one. Attach is going to throw that drone up, and here comes your first dunk. Great execution by that play from FaZe.
Yeah, it's huge. Enable actually catches the bounce from the drone off the wall, able to put it in for 2. So right there, you see the aggression paying off early for FaZe Clan as they get on the board first.
Enigma 6 coming off spawns. Ruiz, position top of the train, is going to be looking for some kills before the drone. Tossing the drone for yards. Going to send that one forward. His teammate picks up the kills. Unfortunately, though, some nades coming through the window. Down goes Ruiz. Cade out of the action. And I'm trying to get to him. Let's show you. It's General on the flank. Through the barn, picks up 1. Looking for more coming off spawn.
They just need to get drone control. Drone down in an awkward spot here where FaZe is able to watch it right off of the spawn, but General coming around the flank. Ooh, almost able to get a touch on the drone there, but his teammates get wiped out by Zuma as he's going to head back towards mid-map where the drone's going to reset. FaZe looking very good here early on throwback.
And you see Enable has no yellow arrows looking at him. Finally, there's one, and he will get cut down. Attached right behind Enable, not going to be able to get anything done, so it's 3 straight kills here. In the middle of the map for Enigma 6. Cade setting up down the middle. Meanwhile, it's Ruiz on the far flank. Here comes the drone attempt. Tosses up, and it's in. 2-1. Still in favor of FaZe Clan.
You do see the base of FaZe getting control by Enigma 6 right now, but that's a huge kill there from Attach to get General out of that power position, trying to cut players off, coming through barn. And you do see the drone over on the E6 side. It's going to be Zuma just getting behind enemy lines. Can he get across for 2? And he's going to be able to put it into 1. Gets shot and killed as he's flying through.
Great heads-up play there by Zuma, though. Your teammate's kind of spawn-trapped. Ruiz is on the far right, focusing on new spawns. Just run up the gut. You have 2 down. Try and race them back to the base, and they were able to convert it into points. So still a 1-possession game, but a 2-point advantage here for the FaZe Clan. And Glacier, he's got a player pinned in this corner, looking for him behind the bus. Did lose Attach, who was in position to pick up that kill. 3 players down, everyone falling at once. It's Enigma 6 now able to push out of their base.
And you can see Clay, as soon as Attach fell over by the bus, he tried to just stop in his tracks, hold down mid-map. But he gets cut down coming through bike path, but still is not allowed Enigma 6 to get anything going on offense here. It's just 1 point for them here. It's going to be the drone picked up by Cade for a quick second. He falls. It's going to force all the way back up top here, just trying to put some shots down. Another good defensive hold from FaZe.
FaZe, they tried to push it through the middle for a second, and everyone just gave up. Said, pull back, get the kills first. There's 3 of them once again. And now FaZe should be able to surge forward. Let's go over to Clayster. He's going to be your drone carrier this time around. His lead blocker is going to be Attached. And they, at the very front, had Zuma pushed up top. Down goes Zuma. Attached takes that position, and Clay says, let's get rid of the drone. But here comes the flank. It's Cade in the back lines. Picks up 1. Ruiz finds a second. Half of FaZe Clan down. Now they can pinch in and set up the spawn trap.
I was going to say, this is their best chance to score, but Enable comes through that mid-cut, picks up a big 2-piece. Shuts down any offensive attempt that Enigma 6 would have had here. So drone down here by Cade. It's going to go reset towards the middle of the map as nobody's touched it. Now it'll be FaZe working their way back towards mid-map. They have played a stellar first half here in Uplink.
And look for player 4 Attached to come on the flank. Does find Ruiz. Now he's going to find 2 more players to his right. Does he check it? No, pre-aiming the doorway. His teammate Enable over his right shoulder picks up the kill. Attached finds a second. Enable with a third. Ruiz, the last man up, is able to stop this drone. and FaZe will not be able to convert this into points. It was looking dangerous there for a moment, though.
Well, maybe they get off a 1-point throw here. As you see, Clay coming through the middle, gets the shot off.
Intercepted.
Not going to connect. Going to be an interception there from Proto. So nice play to prevent any more damage with more points coming through on the side of FaZe. It'll be Enigma 6 down 1-3 going into half number 2.
Once again, this is our semifinal. We are in the bottom half of the bracket with FaZe versus Enigma 6. Your number 3 seed going up against number 7. And Enigma 6, they're no strangers to advancing to grand finals of the 2K tournament. They've done it recently, looking to do it once again this Sunday. FaZe, on the other hand, a squad that has been to multiple finals against E United, the team that E6 just dropped out of the tournament. To open things up second half, it's attached with 2 kills, Enable with the 3rd, and Zuma is looking here for the 4th.
And it's going to be everybody dead. 4 E6 at the beginning. FaZe just coming right up the gut here. You see it's going to be Zuma looking to cut off players coming through Barn. They're going to settle for 1. Like that decision there from FaZe. Oh, look at this. Clay just going to shoot 2 players in the back. Very easy kill. So anything where Enigma 6 could have turned that into an offensive play going the other way gets completely shut down by those 2 kills from Clay. So very smart position to sit in.
And Clay is also the guy who made that toss. So he plays the objective. He gets the score. Then he sets up to punish the players trying to get off spawn. Attach with your drone is going to be pushing this one up towards the lemon. This back alley going to be very tough to fight out of for Enigma 6. Score streak sent in after him. Down goes the Scarab. But Attach now knows where they're at. Finds the first. Pre-aiming. Knows the second one is nearby. A third runs behind him. The distraction is good enough as E6 gets out for now. But Enable setting up to stop this drone play.
All he needs to do, I mean, I was going to say just play a little bit passive in that window, but he comes flying right out as soon as Zuma picks up 2. And you see Zuma leading the charge directly in front of him. That's going to be a manual pass. Fantastic play there by FaZe Clan as they put in a 2-point play.
I thought you were going to credit my driving. I felt
it was very good as well.
For a moment.
It was very good as well.
Thanks,
Your
Matt.
driving was phenomenal.
Thank you. Here's a look at the drone on the floor.
There's
And a Scarab. All right, let's go back to Clayster. He used up his Scarab, spots out players, grenades. Gonna find a second as he already picked up 1 kill. Zuma and Attach right behind him. Drone carrier gonna be dropped. Clayster will not be able to run it through. Cade is the last man making big plays for Enigma 6.
But Enable just comes right into their base, picks up 1 more. So Enigma 6, they just keep having to rotate all the way back through their base to clear it out because the pressure from FaZe has just been way too much.
Let's just try to show you the setup, expecting Attach to die. He gets a kill somehow in the middle of this. Enable, 3 defenders. Distracting them up top, destroys 1. Here's the second, destroys 2. Third challenger, come get it, son! Ian is just destroying right now. He's gonna find 3 before finally falling. The drone pushing up, and they're setting up for the hallway run.
And Enable actually had a tremendous map, if you remember correctly, Chris, when we watched them against Optic, as that drone actually goes out of bounds there, so not going to get any points. But when we watched them play, I believe it was Optic on this map. I know when we did that little rewind the other day. It was Enable and Zuma on this side, on this map, that actually got up to fantastic starts. You see Enable doing a fantastic job, just pushing straight through. Seems like him and Zuma found, that the whole FaZe team has found something that works on this map.
Absolutely, and Clayster has now jumped up to 23 and 13, positive 10, joining Enable's plus 10 and Attach's plus 10. 3 players, plus 30. On the other side, I'm looking at the numbers from Enigma 6. They are simply getting slaughtered in this game, Matt. It's been so one-sided in a respawn.
Well, look, I mean, they've been trying to get control of their base, prevent scores from going through. They've racked back. They picked up 1 or 2 kills. And then you have, Zuma or Enable pick up in 2 pieces. You see just more kills going down.
Enable just jumped over somebody,
yeah,
by the way.
He's just trying to run by him. You see, it's going to be a 2-point play going in from Clay there towards the end. But Enigma 6, they are trying to get control of their base. Has not worked out. They, unlike the Frost game we casted earlier, where they went towards that mid-map and they were able to get control, this time they do not choose to go towards mid-map. They commit to keep wrapping back. You see, they got punished for it.
Clayster taking over the bike path, jumping out, shut down. We're down to our last 60 seconds. This game is done, but now it's a battle for pride. Who's going to finish on top of the leaderboard for FaZe and for Enigma 6? What momentum can you start to generate towards the end of this game? Can you finish strong and go into game 4 a little bit more confident? You're going to be down in the best of 5, 2-1. unless something insane happens at the end of this game. There's a nice start with the dunk.
Yeah, but fortunate for Enigma 6, I mean, you lose this one in a blowout, you go back and you play another hardpoint. I mean, it's the game mode you beat them in game 1. So do look to see if Enigma 6 can keep their strong 2K performances alive. And nice shots there from General. He's going to try and throw the drone forward, as no teammates there, though. And with 17 seconds left, down by 6, it's mathematically impossible for them to come back.
Enigma 6 is going to get finished off here, 9-3. We'll take a look at Enable as he closes out the game on top of the leaderboard for FaZe Clan. 36-20 on a 7 streak to finish the game. 37 kills out of the old man.
It's a very good game from FaZe Clan there. They win game 2, they win game 3. Now 1 game away from a 2K final.
And you look back at this Hellpoint game, you have to say the difference maker, definitely Enable. Getting the job done, kind of locking in those spawns to start things off. Clayster had a nice 7 streak. I believe he had 2 streaks above 5 in that game. And then just consistent play. We didn't really touch on Attach too much, but he was always plus 10 from the beginning of that game towards the end here. Finishes 30-18 for the squad.
Yeah, they just did a fantastic job putting a ton of pressure on the E6 base. And I believe it was E6 versus E United when we casted on Frost. That at E6, they rotate back towards the middle of the map. They get control back. When E United took the lead, they went up like 8-6.
Yep.
That game, you saw FaZe take control of the game. You did not see Enigma 6 try and get back towards the middle of the map. They just kept rotating back to their base, and they just got outslayed, and that's the type of scores you're going to see.
Well, we'll switch up host, I'm sure, going into this game number 4. So that means a quick commercial break. On the other side of the break, though, we'll update you what's going on with Cloud9 and Envy, as well as jump into our next hardpoint. We'll be right back. Welcome back. It's our Sunday 2K coverage, the last 2K before we head to Dallas, or at least the one that is going to have any impact on your seed coming into Dallas. We know rosters are locking for pool plays at the end of next week, and then on the 13th, you have to have your rosters officially locked in for the open bracket.
Yeah.
Running out of time, Matt.
Yeah, a lot of key dates coming up for Dallas. It's definitely going to be one of the better events we have throughout the year, one of the more important ones as well.
All right, so that, of course, is our next event. It's coming up in 2 weekends where we have $200,000 as well as a crap load of pro points on the line. But here, a very important online tournament is going to help us seed who goes into each pool and who is going to have the best chance of making it into Stage 1. Only our top 9 North American teams are going to get in. That's the good news. The bad news is...
Yeah. I feel like we've delivered a decent amount of...
Equal amount of good and bad news today.
Yeah. But right now, we just can't get into either game. So the 2 semifinals are going on right now. One will be FaZe Clan versus Enigma 6. You see FaZe Clan is up 2-1 in that one. One map away from going to the finals. And then Cloud9 versus Envious. They are just beginning their semifinal match, first map. So we'll give you guys some updates.
Yeah, and we want to give a big shout out to all of our players who are going to be competing in this tournament. If you want to check out some of the action that's live right now, Attach is streaming the FaZe match against Enigma 6. Remember, that is going into Game 3. It's all tied up. One apiece right now, or excuse me, it's Game 4 with FaZe in the lead 2-1. Meanwhile, on the other side, it's Envy and Cloud9, which can be found on Apathy's stream. That one starting off in just Game 1 of the best of 5.
Yeah, so if you want to watch either of those matches, you can go, watch those POVs while we wait until, one of them is done and we can get it back into those lives.
I got an update of what's happening with the FaZe match. You want this scoreboard
Yeah,
update?
what's up?
It's currently 60-34. Nothing's really happened yet.
Nope.
No.
Then, the Envy Cloud9 one is pretty fresh. That is one where game number 1 is probably just getting underway.
All right, so if you're just joining us today, we started with over 220 teams. We're down to our final 4. Big surprises on the day. Rogue finishing in our top 8. A newly retooled Rogue, we should mention. Yeah. Pander playing alongside Nelson. They had GodRX on that squad as well. And Johnny C, I believe, rounded out the roster. They finished in your top 8. Team Caliber, another squad that surprised a lot of people. They were able to go for a top 8 run today and took their squad all the way to Game 5. Envy narrowly shutting them down in Search and Destroy.
Yeah, Cloud9 taking out Optic Gaming, that is a huge win for this Cloud9 team. They make it to a semifinal, as we talked. They had some poor performances of late, at ESWC in Atlanta, but definitely bouncing back with a good one in today's 2K. They are going up against Envy right now, and as we keep scrolling through the bracket, Envy just defeats ALG, and then they win a game against TK to get there.
ALG, big time to prove today. Weren't able to get it done. 0-3 against Envious.
Listen, you can beat up on the first 2 or 3 rounds of teams all you want. You got to beat somebody good to get a lot of those points to keep moving forward.
Rogue, the big surprise though on the day.
Yes.
Scroll up one more time. First, they beat Evil Geniuses, a squad that was a bubble team. They're number 11 right now, but EG definitely in the running for that top 9 spot. Rogue beats them, and then goes on to beat Luminosity in a Game 5. I think that's definitely the shocker of the day for me.
Yeah, without a doubt. That is definitely a huge surprise that Rogue was able to get by Luminosity. I know you had Pander, who played for Luminosity over at ESWC in place of Saints. He takes out Luminosity this week.
And then at the very bottom of your bracket, no major surprises here. It was Enigma 6-point under Cade, put center. Close enough for me. Going up against TGC, though, it was a hot 3-0. TGC, another bubble squad, not able to get it done. Then the new I Hate Atlanta squad, which is Teddy Rex and his crew, were able to cause some upsets. Not only did they knock out Parasite and the former Living the Dream squad in the round before. Scroll up for me, Brian. It was G2 that was eliminated by Teddy Rex.
Yeah, and they get actually eliminated by E United, but then Enigma 6 takes out E United in Game 5.
Game 5, E United. Falling to Enigma 6. That's why Enigma 6 is in Game 4 versus FaZe right now. And unfortunately, our PlayStation hates their PlayStation, so we will not be watching that one quite yet. We will get that sorted out, though, hopefully moving for the future games in our best of 5, as well as the grand finals. Once again, to remind you, we are just 2 weekends away from MLG Dallas. Over 100 teams signed up for the open bracket. We're going to be choosing our pool play squads this week. We got teams coming over from Australia, Europe, global tournament going down in Dallas, Texas on the 17th.
Yeah, it's going to be awesome to see. I know the 2 Australian teams that come over, obviously pro points have to be locked in and whatnot, but it looks like it'll be Mindfreak and Tainted Minds. Mindfreak actually wins CWL Sydney, so that's a huge event for them. They jump over Tainted Minds and move into first place in terms of pro points in the APAC region. And then in Europe, you pretty much have your top 6 solidified. You know the top teams that are going to be coming over, trying to earn a spot for the Global Pro League.
If you're playing with your team today in the 2K, you got knocked out early, you have nothing to do in 2 weekends, book your flight. Come on out to Dallas.
Yeah, it's going to be fun.
We still have a few spots available in the bracket. If you haven't gotten your spectator pass, your VIP pass, or your team pass, make sure you go to MLG.tv/Dallas and pick that up now. Updating you on what's going on in the game, it is 177 and counting to 117 for FaZe. It's Enigma 6 in the lead, looking like they may push for a Game 5 here.
Yeah, and they already beat FaZe in the first hardpoint, so Enigma 6 looking very strong in hardpoint in today's 2K.
I'm pretty impressed, man.
Yeah, no, they're a very good team. They're a very good team.
This is a squad, for some reason, anytime I do my top 8, I leave them out of the top 8 teams in the best.
It's
the
just
best
like,
in the world.
It's just you're used to having like the same kind of like superstar big names on the top of like competitive Call of Duty, and it's just like when you think of like an explosive top team, like they're just not the roster you think about. But when you watch them play, this is a very, very talented team.
Who's the most exciting player on that squad to watch for you?
General, without a doubt.
Just General?
Yep, he is there. Like if there was one guy who was like superstar, like next level, like going to go maybe to like one of those top teams one day, it would be General.
I'm looking at all of the P-named guys. Proto from Enigma 6, one of my favorites to watch. Profizi from Panda, great player to watch.
I thought this was just on Enigma 6.
Yeah, don't worry. I'm going with all the
Okay.
P's, Matt. There's a lot of P names that people don't pay enough attention to.
Like Puckett.
Like Puckett. And that's enough from me. We're going to commercial break, ladies and gentlemen. All out of fill when we can. We'll bring you more action. Hopefully, it's the Game 5 between FaZe and Enigma 6 after this. Welcome back for the last time here on tonight's 2K coverage. Puckett and Mr. X here, and we're closing out the night. Unfortunately, we're having trouble connecting to the final 4 teams that remain in this tournament. Right now, it is Cloud9 going up against Envy in our first semifinal, and we're about to be down to 3 teams because Enigma 6 is on match point against FaZe in a Game 5.
Yeah, that is on a retaliation. I believe the score is 5-2 in favor of Enigma 6. So they're looking good to take that Game 5. I believe Cloud9 versus Envy, they're at least in map 2. That series still very young in our other semifinal.
Absolutely, and just because we can't bring you the games doesn't mean you can't watch them. Make sure you guys are heading over and checking out some of the player individual streams. If you don't follow these guys on Twitter, you can always find them on Twitch as well. Right now, Attach, he's actually up to 3,400 viewers live right now. And over on the other side, you have Envy versus Cloud9. You can check that out from Apathy's point of view. Honestly, Apathy, the guy I would have given the MVP award to back at Dallas, finished with a 1.2, highest of all players back at our massive tournament. Sorry, Atlanta, MLG Atlanta.
He hasn't won the MVP of Dallas yet.
Yeah, not yet. He's going to.
If Envy plays pretty good, he's definitely in contention.
He's got my vote, Matt, regardless of how he plays.
Oh, man, it's been a long day, but we've seen some good games, whether it be, us casting them, some of the Enigma 6 United games were very good, or just some of the games we've caught on stream. So definitely want to catch the semifinals. I believe Enigma 6 just took that one over FaZe, so I believe they will be in your final for the 2nd week in a row. And then now you can just watch Apathy, find out who will join them there.
Absolutely. So big congratulations, Enigma 6, another grand finals of the 2K. Will they play Cloud9 or will it be Envious? Make sure to go check out Apathy's stream to see how it all plays out. For us, thank you for tuning in tonight. And remember, we will see you all live in person in just 2 weeks. We're heading to Dallas, Texas, March 17th through the 19th. Over 100 teams already signed up. $200,000 on the line. Pools are selected this week, and rosters lock in for the event on the 13th. So head over to MLG.tv/Dallas, get your team locked in, get your VIP badges, get your general admin, however you want to watch the Call of Duty action.
And it's going to be huge. It's going to be huge for just obviously getting into the Global Pro League. Dallas is the biggest event of the year.
All right. So once again, thank you for bearing through the issues tonight. Don't worry. We're going to get the network sorted in the future. For now, tune into Apathy's stream to see how the rest of this one plays out.
your heart on free, blazing out in the sunshine. Oh yeah, getting hot in the sunshine. Oh, join me in the sunshine.